All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. I know this is a busy time of year. We appreciate it. This is an exciting day for Bearcats baseball as we introduce Jordan Bischel, a coach with one of the highest winning percentages in the country over the last 5 years, as the next Bearcats head baseball coach. But first, let me thank a few people who assisted during this process. Senior staff members Joe Lucky, John Daniel, Brad Pike, Eichel Davis, and a special thank you to Kevin Youkilis, who served as a special advisor during this process. I want to thank President Pinto and the Board of Trustees for their continued support of building winning teams in Bearcat athletics, and specifically for their support of our baseball program. I also want to thank and commend our baseball team. Transition is always difficult, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate their tremendous leadership, maturity, and steadiness during this entire process. As our search committee set about the process, we spent significant time talking about the direction of our baseball program and the challenges confronting us as we move to the Big 12 Conference. We understand that the Big 12 has placed serious resources into baseball, and we also understand that teams in the Big 12 play at the highest level. Bearcats baseball over the years has had generational players: Koufax, Youkilis, Happ, Harrison, Noda, Weimer. And Bearcats baseball has had needle-moving moments. The AAC championship and the regional appearance in 2019 come to mind. But it is also a program that has not broken through as a perennial contender for conference championships and NCAA tournament berths. This is a moment in time where we can begin to change that with the choice of the right leader, the right person at the right time with the right attributes to lead Bearcats baseball. The search committee defined those attributes as follows. We wanted a leader who was an authentic leader of young men, and I've used that moniker several times as we've looked for head coaches. But it means to me that leaders who are authentic leaders are consistent on and off the field, that they are trustworthy and straightforward, that they are people of substance over flash. Secondly, we were looking for a fit for UC and a fit for the UC culture, one that is defined by hard work, grit, and toughness. Third, we wanted a teacher of the game. Our expectation is that our team will be made up of players that aspire to be major leaguers. We need someone to develop and grow their talent. And finally, we needed someone who could immediately drive a winning culture, someone who could make UC baseball function at a high level as one team with championship aspirations. Our search committee found that person in Coach Jordan Bischel. He is a coach who has won at every level he has coached and turned Central Michigan into a championship program. He is a man of character, drive, and competitiveness. Before I turn it over to Coach Bischel, I will end with this. As we spoke to people that have worked with him, certain words continued to be used to describe him and his culture at Central Michigan. But one specific comment stuck with me. In describing CMU's team, the individual stated, "Central Michigan baseball's culture is impenetrable." I cannot wait for Coach Bischel and his staff to assemble and get to work on establishing an impenetrable winning culture for Bearcats baseball. Please join me in welcoming Jordan Bischel, his wife Katie, and their 3 sons, Luke, Parker, and Chase, to the Bearcat family.
All right, good afternoon. I don't do a lot of reading off of scripts. I don't do a lot of wearing suits. I don't do a lot of any of this because I'm a baseball coach. I got out of the college world as an accountant, and I got out of being an accountant so I could stop doing this. So don't get used to it. But I had to have a little script today because there's stuff I just want to make sure I don't forget to say. But obviously, it's an incredible honor. It's humbling. It really hits what an amazing opportunity it is to be the baseball coach here at the University of Cincinnati. It's unbelievable. But have a list of thank yous. I can't afford to miss somebody here, so it's written down. But, Katie, Luke, Parker, Chase, start with Katie. I met Katie 2010, and if you look at my resume, it's no coincidence that that's when my coaching career took off. You make me a better person. You make me a better coach. You get it. She's the best, and it's no coincidence. But then these three guys too. I missed a lot of coach pitch games this spring, guys, didn't I? Because I had to go coach my games, and you do a great job telling me about it, sending me video, telling me about the dinger you hit. And you'll hear this from coaches a lot, but this is a lifestyle. And these guys, they embrace it, they buy into it. Guys, you're going to get to know them off the field, and I want you to. I can't thank them enough. Dr. Pinto, John, and then the search committee, the board of trustees, everybody that's gotten behind this thing to, what I loved about this process is it mattered. It really mattered. John, I don't know where he got all the phone numbers, but he dug as far as he could to figure out what I was all about, and I'm glad he did that. We got to find the right guy to be here, and I could not thank that group enough for going after this to try to find the right person. That meant a lot to me. My parents, Katie's parents, my siblings, a lot of people that have supported us as we've moved around, as we've had commitments that are difficult and understood us not getting home as much as we would like. Those people are incredibly valuable. Staff, the coaching staffs we've had over the last 11 years, they're so undervalued and they've always overperformed. I've never had to ask a coach to work harder. They're the reason I'm here. And I can't thank them enough. Not just coaching staff, right? The academic support people, the compliance people, the student managers. I'm forgetting people, but you don't run a good program without those people, and that's really, really important. The student athletes, that's 11 years of being a head coach. I'm not sitting here without good players that bought into it. And everywhere I've been, I've had to sell a vision. This is what we're going to be all about, but you guys got to believe in it. And then it's work. It's not easy. You got to work for it. And so the 11 years of guys that have played for me, the buy-in and the work they've put in, that's why the record looks good. Not because I have this magic pixie dust of how to win baseball games. It's those guys, and that's huge. The people that have hired me through the years, Ben Sass at Midland University, Dave Marsh at Northwood, Michael Alford at Central Michigan. Every one of those guys took a leap of faith on me and believed in who I was and what I thought we were going to be all about, and I don't have this opportunity without them. Amy Folan, current athletic director at Central Michigan. Never easy when the person that hires you leaves and you don't know what to expect, and amazing what she did to support our program, but more amazing what she did to support our family, and so I can't thank Amy enough. And then the last one, people may not know who this is, but Dave and Sue Kylitz. Dave, former baseball coach at Central Michigan, and over the last 5 years has become an absolute mentor to me. If you don't know who Dave Kylitz is, look it up on Wikipedia. You're going to be enlightened about a lot of things. But when I moved to Mount Pleasant, I thought I was a really good man, and I thought I was a really good husband, and then I met Dave, and I realized I had a heck of a long ways to go. So Coach Kylitz, number 34 at Central Michigan was his, and that's why I wanted this number today. He's a mentor to me. From there, guys, that's an error, Parker. E6 right there. From there, why am I here? Why am I here? It's you guys. It's the student athletes. All the other stuff, the facilities, the Big 12, it's you guys. I'm here for you guys. I told you guys a couple of things on the Zoom call. We want to make this the most enjoyable experience of your life. I want to make sure you guys feel like there's a guide to help you be the best players, the best team, and really just the best people that you can be. I can't get you there, but I have to give you the roadmap. I got to give you the blueprint, and that's why I'm here. It's you guys. This program's never going to be about me. It's never going to be about our coaching staff. It's going to be about you guys. It's what you put into it. We want to make you happy. We want you to enjoy it. It's got to be fun. All these people have been telling you what a grind this is. Guys, you're playing college baseball. That's pretty darn cool, and you're doing it at a really high level. You're going to have fun doing it. That's really, really important to me. And the other reason I'm here, the opportunity. we had a lot of success at Central Michigan, and I was surrounded by a lot of very, very good people. Amazing home for our family. And I've told, when you have success, recruits say to you, well, if I come here, are you going to stay? And I said, I plan to stay. I'm only leaving here if there's an incredibly special opportunity. This is that opportunity. There's just no doubt. We love the Midwest. I don't want to coach way down, and this is the South for me. This is going to be tropical in the winter, guys. You don't know what cold is. We wanted to stay in the Midwest, and this gave us the opportunity to do that. This is an awesome city. We were driving in yesterday. We drove by the zoo, and I almost skipped the press conference just to go check out the animals there. I love the zoo. We'll get there pretty quick here, but my job is baseball coach, and this is a baseball city, right? I wasn't quite born in the 70s, but the Big Red Machine and the success, and this is a baseball town. Why wouldn't I want to be a part of that? John's vision was really, really important in this. He wants this program to be great, guys. But it's great to say you want something to be great, but he's got a vision for it. He's gonna find the resources with his team to put us in a position where we can compete, and that meant a lot to me. I don't like losing, and he has a vision to help us get there. And then we can compete nationally. I think we did some good things where we did that on some stages at CMU. But listen, in the Big 12, if you're competing, if you're doing well, you're nationally relevant, right? That's an automatic. If you're competing for a Big 12 championship, you're competing for a national championship. It's just that simple. And we could do that here. Who are we going to be? What's Bearcat baseball going to be about? John already said it. We're going to be gritty, guys. We're going to be gritty. We got to define exactly what that means, but we're going to be gritty. The team's going to have to come first. It's going to be a team-first culture. We all are going to want to play every day. We're all going to want to move on to pro baseball. We're all going to want to do great individual things, but it's got to be in the framework of this team being successful. We're going to be good people. We're not going to have this big rule book of 110 rules that we have to follow. I've got one rule that I've really stuck to, and it's do the right thing. I think most of the guys that come into our program are going to know what right and wrong are, and when you're not sure if I should do it, is it the right thing or the wrong thing? You're going to know that. You do the right thing, good things are going to happen. It's just not that. It's not that difficult. We're going to be good people. We're going to have an identity on the field. We're going to attack hitters. We are going to throw strikes. We're going to get after hitters. We're going to put a defense on the field that can pick it up and take care of the baseball. Baseball's really boring. They finally got the clocks in, but 3 hours of just sitting there and watching strikeouts and walks is not a lot of fun for me. We're going to get the ball moved, and we're going to pick that thing up and take care of it. We're going to play fast. We are going to play fast, energetic, exciting baseball. Hopefully some of that speed is 360 feet around the bases on home runs, but we're going to go first to third. We're going to steal bases. We're going to bunt for base hits. It's going to be fast baseball. And, I had a coach tell me this a couple of years ago, and it was the best compliment I had, and I said, this is always going to be my goal. He said, your team was the most difficult team we had to prepare for all year. That's going to be our goal. We want you to really hate playing us because of the way we present ourselves and the way we get after you. We want to be difficult to prepare for. We need to have 3 words. You're going to hear it over and over and over, guys. The 3 E's: energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. This is not going to be a job. This is not going to be a grind. This is going to be fun. We're going to do it with energy, and we're going to do that in games, in practice, in the classroom, in the clubhouse. That's how you go through life. Do it with energy. Do it with energy, enthusiasm, and excitement. Anybody in this room, is anybody going to come to a game next year? Can I get no shows of hands? Okay, there we go. If you come to that game and we are not the most energetic team you see that year, you come directly to my office and you tell me, because we will get that fixed. We will be the most energetic team. I am promising you this. We've done it for years. We've been called a softball team occasionally. We won't quite get there, guys, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be energetic because it's an amazing opportunity. You get 4 years of playing this. It better be fun. And we are going to play with tremendous energy. Call me out on it if we don't when you come to that ball game, and we'll get it fixed. This is going to be fun. Staffing, everybody, that's obviously very, very big. We're filling the staff quickly, but we're going to get it right. We got to get the right people in place here, and that's going to come together quickly, but it takes a little time to find the right person. Just like the search for me, hopefully found the right person, right? I think so. But we're going to find the right people. But what do those people need to have? They've got to have a passion for recruiting. If our players stink, we're going to struggle to win. We need good players. But we need that passion for recruiting to extend to getting the right people. We have to have elite teachers. If you guys come here and you leave the same players as when you started, we failed you as coaches. We have to have elite teachers that can teach the game. We need a coaching staff that has a united vision. Whatever our philosophies are, how we play, what our strategy, we need our coaches to deliver that message over and over again so you're not confused about what we're trying to do. Most importantly, our coaching staff better care about these guys. If they don't care personally about these guys, they're not going to fit on this staff. That's what gets the thing to go. There's a lot of people that can hit a fungo and teach you guys how to field a ground ball. We got to invest in you guys as people, and that's the coaching staff we're going to have. From there, in closing up, I sat and thought about, hey, what's my goal? What's my goal for this program? My goal for this program is we want to put together a program that anybody that supports us admires us and is proud of what we're doing. That's our goal, whether it's our alumni base, whether it's the university, whether it's Cincinnati, whether it's the Big 12, whether it's the rest of college baseball. We want to be the envy of people and be admired, and we want people to be proud of what we're putting into it and who we are as people. That's the goal. If we're doing that, we're going to feel awfully good about the way we've gone about our business. That's what I've got. I can't wait to do it. Thank you, everybody, for being here, and let's get to work. What questions can I take?
Raise your hands for questions, please. Scott?
When you got the offer, how quick was the response?
I think I saw my wife utter a small expletive about the excitement, and I called John, and I said, well, I'm accepting it, but I better confirm that with Katie first. So I accepted it immediately, contingent upon family approval. Excuse me.
What was your impression of John when he's kind of recruiting you?
Yeah, this is what impressed me most about John and the entire search is John was involved every step of the way. Listen, there are schools in college baseball that they don't make baseball a priority, and I'm not saying that's right, wrong, or indifferent, but this was a priority to John. I didn't know at the outset if I was going to be the right person, but I had no doubt he was going to find the right person because he was invested in this. He had others invested, but that was what impressed me, is you could tell this matters.
Scott?
I'm a tad old, so I know a little bit about launch angles and such, but it sounds like you really get them on, get them over, get them in.
If these guys are good enough to just get them in from the batter's box, I'm going to be really, really happy about that. I don't mind how many balls we launch out of the yard. I also know that we probably play on some 43-degree days with the wind blowing in, where no matter how hard you hit it, it's not going to end up on the other side of the fence. So we got to get them on. We're going to get them on a lot. We're going to get on base like crazy. It's kind of funny that Kevin Euclid played here, because if you look at our on-base percentage of the past 5 years, the cumulative might lead the nation. I haven't done the math, but we are going to get on base at a high clip. I would like to think we have guys that love to drive in runs. So if we can get on like crazy, you get to get in the box and hit some doubles. So there's a piece of that, but you don't win at a high level squaring around a bunt every time in the box either, right? There's a balance to it. So what's that? Yes. He texted me yesterday, talked to me during the process. He wants the people I've heard from have been amazing. The pride in it and the support. I probably haven't even responded to all of them. So if you're listening, I'll get to you. I promise. But yeah, I heard from him and several others. It's really exciting.
Keegan?
In your years at Central Michigan, there was a lot of success. What did you learn about yourself as a person and a coach, and how to progress as a coach?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of every year, you sit back, you think about what can I do better. I think what I've learned over 11 years as a head coach is if you do things the right way, this is probably the wrong thing to say in an introductory press conference, but we don't talk a lot about winning. We talk a lot about doing things the right way. If you prepare right, if you have a plan, if you invest in it, and you have the right people, the winning will take care of itself. And when I got to Central, there was a tremendous history at Central Michigan, but it had been not as successful in recent years, and you could feel the pressure on our guys that we have to win. We have to get back to the NCAA tournament. So I just came in, I said, well, look, I've never seen you guys play. I was coming from Division II, so I just kind of played dumb. I've never seen a Division I game. I don't know if you guys are any good, but I said, listen, if we work really hard and get better every day, I'd like to think good things will happen. Let's see where the wins and losses take us. And at the end of that first year, we were 47-14, I believe, and you've got pretty good buy-in, right? But that's kind of the message, and I think that's where we'll sit is, let's see how good we can get, and then let's let the winning take care of itself.
Scott?
The portal's a reality. How do you see yourself dealing with that? I mean, you have a roster that might not be the same as it is today.
Yeah, the first thing with the portal, and this is a credit to this department and these young men, is there aren't many guys in there from this program. And you've seen other schools that have had coaching changes, and it's not an hour before there's 25 or 30 guys that have entered there. It tells you that there's support here for these guys. It tells you it's a group of guys that cares about each other and is close and doesn't want to just break this thing up. It tells you they want to win here, and that's really, really important. And where that's going to impact us going forward, everybody wants to talk about who you can attract in the portal. And I'm coming from a mid-major where people are trying to steal our guys, right? They have more scholarship, they have more facilities, they have all these different things. And I've challenged people to say, it's not my job to keep a team from learning about and recruiting you guys. It's my job to make you guys love it so much that you don't want to leave. And if you guys aren't leaving in the portal, I don't need a whole lot of the portal to fill the roster. But there's a piece of that. There's reasons guys leave. There's good fits, and you have to use that as a supplement. And there's a reason guys leave sometimes. There may be a guy in this program it doesn't fit, and that's okay. But the portal should be used as a small tool to fit certain pieces in that fit. But we have to create a culture that's good enough that it doesn't matter if an SEC school calls with a bunch of NIL money, because money doesn't replace being around where you want to be and where you're happy.
In the back?
And John, if you want to supply all kinds of NIL money in the process, they're not going to complain, right?
Hey, Coach, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. And welcome to UC. It's all about the other cats, the Bearcats. You bring up three words that starts with E. It describes who I am: energy, enthusiasm, and what's the E word?
Guys? Excitement.
Excitement. Yeah, excitement. I'm all about those three things. I mean, why is it so important for you to bring that culture here at UC? Because you saw what happened with the Who Days, you saw what's going on with the C-Reds right now. Look what FC Cincinnati's doing. The Bearcats football team a couple years ago. Why is it so important to continue to bring that right here?
You get 4 years of college baseball. If it's not fun, you're wasting your you guys are going to spend a lot of time on this. You already do, right? So if it's not energetic and enthusiastic, why waste all the hours? Go find something else to spend your time. Like, if you're doing it, you might as well do it right. You might as well have fun with it. That's why it's important. Like, everybody can talk about how important winning and I get it. We're here to win. I'm competitive. I'm not standing here if we haven't had winning teams. But my God, is this a cool experience? I mean, if you can't do that with energy, what's wrong with you? Like, we got to find a guy who wants to be here, because it's the best 4 years of your life, guys. And so that's why. It's got to be fun.
I believe you're going to bring that energy here. I believe it because, I'm like that too.
You call me out if I don't. Is that a deal? I have so good energy that my 3-year-old's sleeping right here, so that's going well. He's had enough.
Welcome, though, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So you have a pitching background, correct?
I guess. Yeah, I do. I will. I'll be involved. I know myself well enough to know if I'm with those guys all day, every day, that I'm going to get really, really bored, because I can only take so many sprints and so much arm care and so many flat grounds. But no, I was a pitcher in college. I would have you believe I was a first baseman too. My college coach may disagree with me a little bit, but my 7 years as an assistant was primarily pitching. And what we'll do is we'll have somebody here with a specific pitching emphasis, and then he and I'll collaborate to make sure those guys have 2 sets of eyes, 2 sets of ears. I think it's a little skewed in college baseball. You get 4 coaches on staff, and most of them have 1 with pitching emphasis and 3 without. I don't understand that, because almost half of the team is pitchers. And so I like the fact that I can lend an ear and some eyes and help, but the job is too big, in my opinion. I have to have my fingers on different things, and that's why we need somebody with that pitching emphasis to be that main person.
What do you think of what the field's going to look like? Have you seen renderings?
Yeah, we're headed in a wonderful direction there. Obviously, the new turf going in will be sparkling, will be positive. The fence, the new video board. It's a place that it's going to be a fun place to watch baseball, and I think several years down the road here, it's going to continue to be enhanced, and we're going to be competitive with that. The facility does matter, but what I think about the field, I've seen the Twitter pictures throughout the year of that cold midweek game, but there's 1,500 people there. There's some excitement for this thing, and so we start pounding out a few more wins and stealing bases and hitting balls in the gap and doing. That's the most exciting part. Is I looked up in the stands and I said, I can't wait till this place is full.
Any other questions for Coach? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, appreciate it.